Okay. Hello, guys. I hope that I'm live. Comment and let me know if anybody can see me, hear me, all the things. I'm trying to get my camera right for y'all. There we go. Okay. I don't know why this looks darker than normal. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I had to change my email password, my Gmail password. And ever since I did that, it keeps asking me to log in on my computer. Hold on, let me see if I can make it brighter. Is that brighter? Maybe. No. I feel like that's a little bit brighter, maybe. I feel like I look dark on screen today. Okay. So, yeah, so I had to log back into my Gmail, and now every device that I open wants me to log into my Gmail with my new password, of course. And for some reason, it's doing crazy things and glitching, and it's not letting me go in the right way. Like, it's making me use the browser on my backup phone here rather than the Gmail app, and it's just acting wonky. So anyway, I could not get my overhead camera to work because I couldn't log into my Gmail. So I'm sorry I'm late. And I didn't do my little intro video because I wanted to hurry up and get on here for y'all. So, okay, so I hope that y'all can see, and it's not like too dark today. So welcome. We're live. We should be live in the SVG Clubhouse group. Hey, Sandra, how are you? So if y'all are watching, comment and say hi and tell me what's going on today and where y'all are from. This is our live virtual paint party that we do once a month, where I paint one of the projects for y'all. So we're going to be painting the honeybee door hanger today. And I've got all my pieces cut out. So we're going to do that. And I just realized also that my paint water had been sitting here for Lord knows how many days. So it was nasty. And my paintbrushes, y'all, my paintbrushes are looking rough. I need new paintbrushes really bad. So I'm probably going to go to Hobby Lobby today or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow, if I can get over there today, and get new paintbrushes and get some more Deco Art white paint, because I really like the squirt bottle of paint versus even though I have these, I should use these, but I'm being lazy. I like to squirt my paint out. I probably should pour them into like a squirt bottle. I didn't even think about that. I have squirt bottles. I have like squirt bottles that I use for decorating cakes and making like sauce and things in my kitchen. She says, lazy day here. Granddaughter's graduation from a college party on Saturday and worked out. Girl, I feel you, because I just did my daughter's graduation party. I'm putting my son on a plane on Wednesday to go to Switzerland for a study abroad program this summer, and I'm about to have a nervous breakdown over that. We are selling our house. We have 8,000 things going on this summer, and I'm trying to just like calm down and just go with the flow, which is not my personality. So I'm trying really hard to make it my personality. Luckily, I'm not 30 anymore, not even close. And I feel like I roll with the punches better at my age than I used to. I used to worry about stupid things. And now I feel like most things I'm kind of like, it'll be all right. It'll work out. You know, it's totally different. Like, it's just a different perspective on life you have as you get older, I think, for me at least. So comment and tell me if you're like that, because I feel like that has really changed for me in my 40s for sure. But anyway, so I won't like lollygag around. I'll go ahead and get started painting this. So one of our, I should have pulled her name up. Comment and tell me if you were the person who painted the Hey Honey door hanger for us for the group this month. So if this is your painting, comment and tell me. And I apologize that I don't have your name in front of me. I should have pulled it out and remembered it. And if I had a device that was not currently being used for filming, I would look it up. But anyway, so I'm going to do a little bit different version just to give you all a different idea for painting. But this is so cute. She did such a good job. So thank you, thank you. And thanks everybody who has, like, you know, jumped in and tried to help with painting projects this month. I have new files coming out for y'all. I have a whole new line of files. So, you know, I have my shelf and I have all my little shelf sets, and I'm making more files for that. But I also have something else. I don't want to tell you what it is because I want to show you. And I have, it's an interchangeable set. It's on a smaller scale. So it doesn't use up nearly as much material. It's not the shelf setter set, something different, but I'm going to have lots of different sets that go with it. And I'm so excited. And I just am so freaking busy that I cannot get these sets painted so I can get them listed and show them to you. So after I get him, excuse me, on the plane on Wednesday, I'm hoping that later this week that I can at least get some of these sets painted so y'all can see this new line of products and see what I'm talking about. Because I'm so excited about it. It's just so fun. So that's happening. And then of course, Friday, 27, 28, 29, 30. Friday is the 1st. So that means Friday you get your new files for July. Not August, July. I'm getting my months mixed up. I'm trying to make the year go by faster than it is, which I don't know why. So y'all get the new files on Friday. Hey, Diana. And they're really cute. This is the last of the summer stuff. You get one more set of like summery kind of stuff. And then we're jumping into fall because I love fall. Y'all know I love fall. All right, let me think. For the backer, I want this to be stained, this to be black, and this to be, I wrote it down, yellow. So that's what I'm doing. But I want to be able to see my B shape. I'm talking out loud so I can think about what I'm doing here for a minute. Okay, so I think I'm good to go ahead and just put some stain on here. Well, y'all know it's not really stained. Y'all know it's brown paint, right? The cheater method. Baby white, Waverly antique wax paint from Walmart that is a mess. My jars of paint get so messy. I'm a neat person by nature. I like things neat and fairly organized. I'm not like real OCD about it, but I like things, organized, and I don't like to work in messy. Working in messy just drives me crazy. I like my craft room to be neat, but the problem is craft rooms are just not neat. They're just not neat and tidy, or else you're just not getting any projects done, because that's just not how, at least for me, I can't keep my craft room neat and tidy and feel like I get any projects made. So, okay. So I just faux stained the cheater method on the back of that. And I'm going to do black or dark gray. Hold on, let me think. What am I going to do on here? Y'all know I just kind of like to decide as I go. All right. I was wanting to do like a really dark charcoal gray. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do black. I'm just going to do black. It'll be all right. Maybe I'll put the black on with the baby white and see how that goes. I don't want it super dark. Blackish, I think we'll call it. Sandra, yours is messy. You came back from a week with a friend and you painted sets all week. That is so fun. I would love to do that. Love, love, love. All right. So as you can see, y'all, on this file, I scored everything for you and I did the lettering so that you can know exactly where to put your lettering. And I try to do this if I remember when I do files. I even remove the inside pieces of the lettering if I remember to do that, because it's just one less thing that your machine has to score. You know what I mean? So I try to do that for y'all. Hold on. This has got to be okay. I don't have to go all the way up to the top line with this black. I only have to go into the part where the honey is dripping. Do y'all see what I mean? Because I don't want to get in that line up there, and this piece is going to cover it up. Okay, the honey dripping down is going to cover it up. So don't go all the way up to the top, because then you're just going to have to deal with like getting that line perfect, and you don't need to do that. For the bottom, I'm going to go just slightly, very slightly over the line. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Because the other piece that sits on top of the bottom part is going to cover it up. So it'll be good. So this is Waverly Black paint. You can use a makeup sponge. You can use a brush. You can use a sponge pouncer, whatever you feel like using. Oh, I'm glad, Leisha. I'm glad you like the blank grounds. If you ever have a problem, let me know. Because we try to filter out, like we try to weed out wood that has they're not knot holes, but they're like, wood has imperfections in it. But every once in a while we miss one. If they're not, they're not going to be perfect every time because there's always little marks. But I feel like my wood rounds, she said she ordered my wood rounds. I sell, if y'all don't know, I sell blank wood rounds on Etsy. I sell like other blanks too. But I sell the blank wood rounds and I sell the shiplap ones as well. But okay, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of these blank rounds that people sell are birch 1/4 inch, and which is fine. If you like 1/4 inch birch, that's fine. And some people even like 1/2 inch. I don't cut 1/2 inch, but that's just because it would take forever on my laser, and I would have to buy 1/2 inch wood, and that's just a whole thing that I'm not going to get into. But what was I saying? I lose my train of thought when I'm painting. But mine are maple. And the maple, I mean, you can't really see it on camera here, but these are so, I think they're so much nicer than birch, personally. I used to use birch. And once I started using maple, which, lucky for me, right now is actually a little bit cheaper than birch. That's not the reason I switched. I didn't switch because it was cheaper, because they were about the same price. Although that being said, they're both ridiculously expensive right now because all wood is. But I started using it because I love the thickness of the maple. Like, it's truly a 1/4 inch thick versus the birch that, at least my birch, was like, what is the measurement? 3 over 32, which is slightly, is that right? Yeah, slightly less than 1/4 inch. And it just doesn't seem as like substantial, Make sure I'm not missing any of y'all's comments. Okay, so we got the black on there, and I can still, y'all can't see it, but I can still see my score lines through there, okay? And that might be because I did a baby wipe instead of a brush, but you can always change the settings on your laser to make your score lines a little bit darker if you need to, so that you can see your score lines through your paint, if that's helpful. All right, and then the bottom, we are going to do yellow. And let's see, I have golden. I'm trying to use up the rest of this bright yellow. Hold on, let me use my markers. Do I have another bright yellow though? Cadmium yellow. Yeah, here's the other bright yellow. All right, let me try to use up the last of this bright yellow so I can toss it. All right, has anybody else painted this? If you have, if it lets you comment with a photo, comment with a photo. If not, you can always post it. I don't think you can comment with a photo while I'm live, but maybe after. But you can always just post it in the group if you want to. I would love to see your pictures. All right, sorry, I'm trying to get the last of this paint. So this is Deco Art Bright Yellow. I have 3 yellows that are pretty similar. The bright yellow, the golden yellow. Well, those are probably the 2 that are the most similar. Those are pretty similar. My dream is to go to Hobby Lobby and for all the colors that Deco Art sells to be on the shelf, and that's not always the case. Sorry, I can get this open. It's not that they're sold out necessarily. Sometimes they just don't sell. Like if someone posts a picture of something that I'm like, oh, I love that color, and I write it down and I go and I look, my store just doesn't carry it sometimes. So bummer on that. I need to probably check Michael's once in a while. Hobby Lobby is just closer to me. Okay, I caught myself here. I almost went ahead and put the yellow on here, but y'all know that I want to put white first because it just makes the yellow that much brighter. But I cannot stand this like chunky chalk paint mess that's driving me crazy. It's like it wants to flake off and make a big mess on things. There is a time and a place for white chalk paint, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. Oh, I'm splashing water from my brush on here. So yeah, we're gonna do, hello, I know you're in there. Oh, come on. We're gonna do white and then do the yellow on top. Now I'm splashing water on the black. I tell y'all, I'm a hot mess today, as usual. This is like the thickest paint ever. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, you need to add something to it. I can't remember what it is. I know I could probably do like paint thinner. This just makes my brush a total mess. But I know there was something else. Is it hand sanitizer? Something that one of y'all recommended to thin paint with. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. If anybody recommends like something to thin your paint with, other than paint thinner, because I don't want, I'm pretty sure paint thinner is like a really stinky, strong chemical that I don't want in my house, right? Am I right about that? Pretty sure it is. See how we got some chunks? We got some chunky chunks in here, y'all, that are getting on my nerves. I'm getting them. No worries. But this paint is super thick. All right, I'm gonna try to get this like along this line here, but not cross into my black. Y'all like my lean all the way over here to the side? So yeah, tell me, I want to say, Laura, did you tell me hand sanitizer or was that something else? Laura, if you watch this in the replay or if you hop on here, I know she recommended hand sanitizer for something, but I don't remember if it was to thin paint or not. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. I would love to start doing some videos, making things to go on either tiered trays or the shelf sets, but not laser items. For instance, I saw a video on YouTube the other day that I wanted to try it. And I thought, well, if I'm going to try this, I should probably just do it, do a video for y'all. But there's a YouTuber who makes, they call them fake bakes. Does anybody on here do fake bakes? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? So fake bakes are like faux cookies and cakes and ice cream and cupcakes and all kinds of things, faux desserts that are made with things like styrofoam and clay and paint and Mod Podge and all of those things. But anyway, so she was making a patriotic snow cone, like a little snow cone in a cup. And I watched her video and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so fun to do videos of things that you could put on your tiered trays and your shelf sets that are not necessarily like laser things, just little accent pieces like mug toppers and like fake bakes, like the little, pretend faux things. I don't know. I thought they were so freaking cute. And I was like, I want to do some videos on these and hopefully you guys will like them as much as I do, because I thought it was really, really cute. I got some white on my black here. Hold up. Now I'm just making the problem worse. I need some more black paint. Oh, you just thin with water, Sandra? Well, that would be like using common sense, right? I guess I could do water. Does that work very well? I have done it before. I don't know. I opened up a whole new thing of white paint over here. This one is home decor, folk art. But I feel guilty because, hold on, the lid's not attached because I'm trying to get it to go upside down. This is the Waverly. Oh, no, wait, that's home decor too. I had a Waverly one. I might have just finally tossed it. But anyway, before I can get to the end of it, it's just getting so clumpy. But I feel guilty. I don't want to waste paint. I don't want to waste anything these days with prices being what they are, for sure. Okay, so that's our base, but then we have to do the yellow. But this white is going to need some time to dry. So while we're letting that white dry, I'm going to go ahead and paint some of my attachments. So yeah, I'll just put a little water in it and just shake it up and see if that does the trick. That would make too much sense. All right, I'm gonna let me turn on my fan so I can be drying. Maybe my fan will reach over here and dry this board. Try not to try. There we go. Hopefully that's not too obnoxious and loud. All right. So let's do this piece because I'm going to glitter this piece. And I thought that would be super fun. I'm going to do a little white on it first too because we're doing yellow. Or actually, no, I don't need to do white first on this one because we're doing the glitter. So it'll be fun. Oh, I just put my brush in white. I need yellow. This is that bright yellow color. So if you guys are, if y'all like tiered trays and shelf sitter sets and you like to find cute little accent pieces at, stores like Marshall's and TJ Maxx and Home Goods and stuff, you know how you can you can find the little Ray Dunn mugs. And sometimes you can find like cute little, accent pieces to go on your tiered trays that go with whatever theme you're doing. I just thought it would be fun to do some videos showing you how to make some things like that. I just think that would be fun. A fun break from just like painting all the time, I mean, some of them would involve painting, but it would just be something like, I don't know, something different. Because I'm a crafter, like a lot of y'all are crafters. Most of us, I think, are crafters. And we, sorry, my throat. I get a frog in my throat when I try to talk a lot. So I think most of us are crafters by nature, and we just enjoy like all different kinds of crafts. I'm looking for perfect. Perfect, 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 as they say on TikTok. All right, so this is my big pack of glitter. This is on my favorites list on my website, and I might have put it, I don't know that I put it on your supply list this month, but this is the big pack of glitter that I got months ago on Amazon. And it's lasted me a very long time because it doesn't take a whole lot of glitter. It really doesn't. All right, you need a piece of printer paper, fold it in half, And we're going to glitter about half of this at a time because the paint will dry too fast if we try to do the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and just put another coat of paint on here, and I'm going to work quickly. And I'm going to put, it's going to be kind of a heavy coat, not like super heavy, but just, you know, heavy enough that it's going to grab that glitter. And then we're just going to hold it over the paper and just cover it with our glitter. All right, now I'm going to just shake off the excess. And then you can kind of look and see like where, if you need to add any glitter anywhere. This actually looks pretty good. Can you see that sparkle? Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. See how pretty? I love glitter. Yes, I love glitter too. Somebody, it says Facebook user for somebody, whoever says that they love glitter. So I can't see your name. You might have to click the StreamYard permission thing if you see that on your screen, or you might have to go out of the video and back in. All right, and then I'm just going to put that back in the container, and then we're going to do the other half. Oops, I stuck my brush in brown paint. Nope, nope, nope. So I thought, since we have a patriotic tiered tray, and I have a couple of patriotic sets for sale in my shop as well, that it would be fun to go live and try to make that little snow cone that she made. Her YouTube channel is called Peep This, y'all, and she does all fake bakes. I think she does all fake bakes. I haven't like scrolled back really far, but it looks like that's mainly what she does. And she makes the cutest things. Oh, and you know what else she made, y'all? Today I was scrolling back to see like, ooh, what other stuff can I try to make? She made a Christmas tree cake. You know, the Christmas tree cakes that we all go crazy for? Well, maybe not all of us, but I know I do, and I know a lot of y'all do. The Christmas tree cakes, I think they're Little Debbie, right? And I did a couple of files for them last year. She has a fake bake of those, and I'm like, oh, we are so doing that. It's going down with the Christmas tree cake, y'all. Okay, so we have our honey all glittered. Super cute. And let me put this glitter back in here. All right. And this is going to be white. I'm trying to think. The other day, what did I use? I think I just used a sponge. So yeah, we're going to do, I'm going to try to do this with a sponge. I don't know how that's going to work because it's all like, it's got a lot of cutouts, but hopefully the sponge will work. Be taking like an hour to paint this cone thingy. I'm just going to store that upside down. Okay, so y'all know I get these from either Amazon or the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has the car sponges. I call them car sponges because they're usually, in my Dollar Tree, they're with the car cleaning supplies. So it's like a big sponge that you can buy, and then you can cut it up into little pieces. Now, I know y'all like makeup applicators, makeup sponges. I don't know why I'm not a big fan of those. I think they're just too small and squishy for me. I do better with the sponges, but that is totally like personal preference, whatever y'all like to do. And I'm just going to dab it because I don't want to get it down in the sides, but I think this will be quicker than a brush. And I don't want to use my Posca pen because that's going to use up a ton of ink for this piece. And y'all know, just like always, I started doing this a few months ago. I did make a split version of the backer for you guys. So if you have a Glowforge Basic or a smaller laser with no pass-through door, I did give you a split version of the backer so that you can piece it together. And then like if you want to put the attachment piece on the back and all of that. So that is in the file if y'all need it. Or if you want to just buy an 18-inch backer, I do sell them. They would not have the score lines on them though. It would just be, you know, an 18-inch backer. But I do have sets of 5 in my shop. And if you buy a set of 5, then the shipping is free. And I have the shiplap and the regular in there. And you can opt to either have the hanging holes at the top or not have the hanging holes. So we do both. Yes, the Dollar Tree sponges are great. And you can cut them up into pretty, you know, pretty small pieces that are still like the perfect size for projects like this. You can get a lot out of one sponge. You could also cut this piece out of whiteboard. So you guys tell me if you use whiteboard. Y'all know I love whiteboard, but it does have that messy black edge on it that you have to wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe and wipe because you're going to have black all over your hands and your clothes and everything else. And of course, you don't want to sell something that the second someone picks it up, they're going to have black all over their hands and their clothes, right? So it's a pain to get all that black stuff off. But I still love whiteboard. But I think it was someone in my Glowforge file sharers group, I can't remember, someone recommended a different whiteboard that it's not black on the back, okay? So you don't have the option of the black for this one, but it is whiteboard. I want to say it's an 1/8 inch thick, I think she said. I wish I had saved this post or comment. But anyway, it doesn't have all that messy black edge to it because the back is just, I think the back is just MDF. And I don't think it's shiny. Like mine is shiny, like a whiteboard, because it's whiteboard, right? So it's just like if you go in a classroom and you write on a whiteboard with Expo markers, it's shiny, right? You can't paint it because it's shiny. You're not going to, you know, paint over that. So if anybody knows what this whiteboard is, please tell me. I do think she said she got it at Home Depot. So I might need to go in Home Depot and just kind of peruse around. Because normally I get my maple from Lowe's. I feel like I'm like sitting all crooked today. I don't know why. I need a new chair, y'all. I love this chair. It's so cute, but it's not comfortable. It feels like I'm leaning forward and it squeaks. And the thing is, I normally am one of those people who always checks the reviews on Amazon before I buy anything. And if it does not have good reviews, I am not getting it. And this chair did not have good reviews. It had okay reviews. I think it had like 4 stars, but there were a lot of people saying exactly what I'm saying, how it squeaks and it's not the most comfortable chair in the world. And I bought it anyway because it was cute. Oh, Sandra at Lowe's has it. It's called hardboard or hardwood. Just hardwood. Do you have a SKU number by any chance? Or do you know like where it is in the store, like what it's typically stored next to. Like mine is obviously with the plywood because I buy the big sheet. So it's like with the 4x8 plywood. Is it there or is it like back where you buy, I don't know, like the slats, like I don't know what to call them. They're like the 2x2s and the 1x2s and those thinner pieces. Is it back there? Because I know they have some cut boards back there, like 2x2 birch and 2x2. I think they have 1/8 inch and 2x2s back there, but I don't think those are good prices. Pretty sure they're not. Oh, and see, I get tips from y'all too. I need all kinds of tips today. I need to know where I can get big sheets of MDF. Does anybody buy big sheets of MDF 4x8? If you do, please let me know. In my store, it's in the small sections. It's a 5x5. Okay, thank you. I will have to look and see if I can find it. Do you know how much it is by any chance? I mean, I know it's going to be regional. It's going to be different in every place, but just like, like a roundabout price that I would be looking for. I feel like I need to turn another light on in here, but if I turn on that other light, it causes a glare. It's just because it's not sunny outside, I think, outside my window today. It's kind of dark. Well, this piece is taking a little while, but that's okay. It's going to be cute. I think if I did it in black, it would not take me as long if I did it in black, because the edges, you don't care about the edges when you do black because the edges are black, right? That's like the best color to paint laser stuff. Don't you love when you have to paint something black? It's like super quick and easy. And the black coverage is always one coat. I love that. Okay, so y'all, I got my nails put back on. I couldn't take it. I could not take it. I took my nails off and I lasted like, I think a week and a half and I could not stand it. They looked horrible. And I kept having to file them because I'm used to like hard nails because this is the powder dip. I'm used to that, being able to basically use my nails as tools, and you can't do that. And the slightest little thing would catch my nail or bend my nail back like laundry, something like that. And it would drive me crazy. And I was like, that's it. I'm getting my nails put back on. It is what it is. I'm 47 years old, and if I want to pay to have my nails done regularly, gosh darn it, I'm going to pay to have my nails done. I did think about trying those red aspen nails. Does anybody do the red aspen nails? Oh, $12.99. Okay. 5x5. That's not bad. No, that's not bad because I pay, I think, $35 for a 4x8 sheet of maple. So that's not bad. I'm going to have to go get some of that. And I think I can fit 5x5 wood in the back of my SUV, whereas I have to have my husband to get the big sheets. So I can do that by myself, which makes me happy because it's just, then I can just do it whenever I want. Okay, so that's white, obviously. Obviously, that is white. All right, so we don't need that anymore. And I wonder if we can put yellow on here. Probably, that took a while. Let's put yellow on bottom. Like this. I think I'll just use the same sponge. That'll work because I'm not going to need it for white anymore. Well, actually, maybe I will. Hold on. Hold up. I need white. I need white for these letters. I'll just grab another sponge. It'll be fine. All right, I'm going to put yellow because I want to get this done so I can have it drying. See how much brighter and prettier that is with the white background? Y'all, I have a TikTok song in my head. I can't even tell you what it is, but it's driving me crazy. I don't even know the name of the song or what the words are. It's one of those songs that you can't even really like. I don't even know the words. Sometimes, are y'all guilty of this? When y'all have a million things to do you just shut down completely sometimes? Like, I just can't even begin. I don't even know where to begin today. I have so many things to do. And then you open TikTok because you're just feeling like overwhelmed. You're like, I'm just going to open TikTok for like 5 minutes. 30 minutes later, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get stuff done. Okay, I'm not going to do 2 coats of that because I actually think I kind of like it a little bit streaky. I think that's going to be pretty. And we're going to put this, when it dries, we're going to put that over top, which I really like that yellow and white together. You won't paste the image. Oh, thank you so much for the SKU number. That's awesome. I'm going to have to look that up when I get off of here. Prepping for a baby shower now, it's overwhelming. Yeah, sometimes I just get like, I just don't even know where to begin. There's so many things. And I'm really bad about doing all of the things that I know how to do that I've done before and leaving all of the things that are stressing me out that I don't know how to do, that I know darn well I can figure out how to do if I just sit down and like set my mind to it. But yeah, all right, let me think. I gotta paint those white. Yeah, I do all the things that I've done before and I'm familiar with first, and I leave all the things that are stressing me out. And I know it's probably more productive if can y'all see this? I'm painting this little bee, but I've got this board here kind of taking up room. All right, I'm using my Posca pen to paint my bee. This is just white. I can get outside the lines a little bit because I'm going to go over it. I'm going to go around it with a black outline. So don't judge if I get outside the lines. Did anybody watch Stranger Things? I'm caught up on Stranger Things. I think there's 2 more episodes coming out July 1st, maybe. Love some Stranger Things. All right, those are white. I'm gonna do a second coat, but I need to do yellow stripes. So I'm gonna do white first, and then I'm gonna go back over them. Yeah, these are gonna be yellow. I'm looking at my picture over here to kind of see what I decided I was gonna do. Okay, and I'm gonna do a second coat on his wings, the white. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Alrighty, and then we're gonna do I want the thin one? I might want the thin one. Yellow. This is Posca. I think it's just plain yellow. Yeah, just plain yellow. Let me see. I think I need to let that white dry a little bit more. All right, let me let that white dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to do another coat of yellow. And in the meantime, we will paint our Hey Honey in white. Tammy, I hope you're sharing your baby shower duties with somebody, because I can tell you after my daughter's graduation party, I realized how wonderful it was to throw a party with other people. So it was me and 3 other moms. So we did a joint party for our four girls, and we just all divided up duties, and it was wonderful. I didn't feel nearly as stressed about it, and it just went off without a hitch. Everybody did just some really fun things and put their own personal touch on it. And it's just nice because everybody has different ideas, kind of like a file, I guess. You know, you take a file and you do your version of it, and then you see somebody else's version, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. Which is why I like to see what y'all do with my files, because oftentimes it is nothing like what I envisioned. It's way better. Y'all have such good ideas for painting and glittering and polka dotting and all that. But yeah, the other moms just came up with some ideas that I wouldn't have thought of, and it was just super fun. It was nice to kind of share the job. Oops. I guess I'm trying to debate on like what to paint these with. I don't know what I want to paint these with. Maybe I'll use a brush. I don't really want to use my Posca pen. Let's see if I have a brush. Where's that one brush that I go to? Here it is. My brushes are ratty looking, y'all, but I do have my favorites. I probably should clean them instead of buying new brushes. I probably should put them in like, what is it, the Murphy's Oil Soap? Does anybody use Murphy's Oil Soap to clean their brushes? I have heard that works really well. This is probably a little bit too big of a brush, but it is what it is. This yellow is actually darker in person than it is on camera. The yellow on the round, I feel like it's a little bit darker. Pink soap to clean your brushes. Okay, what is pink soap? Oh, you shared your duties with daughter and husband. That's good. The funny thing is when you say pink soap, my brain goes to the pink soap at the hospital where, you know, when I was a nurse, we had this soap that's pink. But I know that's not what you're talking about, or I assume it's not what you're talking about. Because that was like antimicrobial soap that, like, you know, really, really strong, like surgical soap, pre-surgical soap. That was soap that you could feel take every bit of moisture out of your skin when you put it on your skin. So maybe that is what you're talking about. Maybe that would clean brushes. Pink soap you get at Michael's. Oh. It sounds like I need to go to Michael's and Lowe's and check out some things. Well, thank y'all for all the tips. You know what I wish I still had when I worked as a nurse? I wish that, and I'm sure I could find like a version of it that you don't have to like get through a hospital, but they were the scrub brushes that we used to scrub our hands before surgery. They were like soft plastic bristles. It was a flat rectangular brush that came in a package, and you scrubbed your hands with it. And I feel like that scrubber would be so good for cleaning brushes. I don't know what I could use, like, that I could buy. Are there any nurses in the house that know what I'm talking about? Dixie Belle Scrubby Soap. Oh, I bet Kara has some of that. I'm going to have to ask her. Kara sells, Kara, if you ever, well, she's not on here. I know she's in the group. I think it's Dixie Belle that Kara said she was selling now. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a different brand. I'll have to ask her. She sells one of those awesome paint lines now that you can use to like refinish furniture and stuff like that. I know she told me the name of it. I don't think it's Dixie Belle. All right. We are going to, let's see, finish our B. So I want to do another coat of yellow on him. This yellow is not very juicy, and I don't use yellow a lot, so I don't know what the deal is today with this yellow. There it goes. Now it's coming out. Yes, there we go. Much better. All right, now we need black. Can y'all see? I'm sorry, I'm like at the bottom of the screen, I know. You know what you could put on your B? Googly eyes. Would that be goofy looking? I don't know. You could put some googly eyes on your B if you wanted to. They still sell those at the craft stores. I think they do. Have y'all seen where, as a gag, like people go around putting googly eyes on things, like in the store? It's actually kind of funny. I was cracking up. It doesn't take much, though. My husband says I have a weird sense of humor. But they were going around the store putting googly eyes on things, and it was just funny. Okay. There is our little bee. How cute is he? Oh, I love him. Love, love, love. This is part of the club. Is it Tammy? This is one of the June files for this month. One of the club files. We did all bee things for June. So you should have it in your June email or in the membership portal. Okay, so let's go ahead and put everything together. All right, I got my stick fast glue. Did you guys see the video that I shared in the group this morning? It was a video of how to resize things in the Glowforge app. So if you are new to lasering and you don't know how to resize things in your Glowforge app, like you can actually do it in the app and not have to open it up in Silhouette or Inkscape or anything. Go look. You just look through the feed of the group. It should be near the top because I just posted it this morning. It's a video by Garrett from Kim and Garrett Make It. They are local to me. I just stumbled upon their page and I love their videos. They do some really, is that crooked? That's crooked. They do some really good videos. I love watching craft videos. But yeah, Garrett did a great video on how to do it. Very simple, quick. Is it thundering outside? Uh-oh, I hope we don't lose Wi-Fi. I think it's thundering outside, y'all. I didn't even check the weather today. All right, we're almost in, but hopefully if we lose Wi-Fi, that's why. If we lose power or Wi-Fi or anything, it's getting ready to storm, apparently. I usually check the forecast, but I did not check it today. I've been too busy. And I knew I wasn't doing anything outside today. Although I do need to run some errands. I don't want to run errands during the storm. All right, I just want to see if that was straight. So I'm turning it sideways so I can see all of my letters. Oh, and I need to go back over and this little bee, I guess we'll call it a bee line, where the little bee is flying. We're just going to take our white chalk pen, or not chalk pen, paint pen, and just go over and if you don't want the score lines or some of the score lines, you can always delete them. I just do them because people were asking for them, and I think it helps a lot of people to have them to, as a guideline. You didn't know you could do it in the app? Yeah, you can do it. You can do it in the app. Love your bottle of Tammy. It's so funny. This bottle is going to last me until the end of eternity, and I'm just going to keep on trucking with it. It didn't dawn on me when I bought it that I just was thinking I was shopping wisely. I was buying in bulk. It was a better price. Not thinking, well, now I'm stuck using this gigantic bottle of glue, and I could put it in smaller containers, but I'm not going to do that. That's not happening. So it is what it is. I've learned to live with it, and it actually doesn't bother me anymore, but it is kind of comical how big that bottle is. All right, and then our letters. I might need to clean our letters up a little bit. Let me find I'm forever losing my Sharpies. Oh, here's one right here. A brush tip Sharpie. Okay, I know I've shown y'all this a million times, but I'm just going to take it and just kind of do this. And I'm going to end up with black paint on my hands, or black ink on my hands. That's okay. We can't both look nice. It's either me or the door hanger, right? Like they say, we can't both look good. It's me or the house. Well, it's me or the door hanger. Either the door hanger looks good and I have paint all over me, or I have nice, neat hands and my door hanger doesn't look very good. That's just the way it goes. Ooh, y'all. It's thundering out there. Y'all hear that? Why do I feel like I shouldn't be on a live video when it's thundering out? Like it's gonna, like it's dangerous or something. Why am I whispering? I don't know. If it goes out, I'm going to take a picture of this and post it for y'all. But hopefully y'all have seen 99% of what we've done here. Let me see which way this goes, because sometimes these pins are weird. This is the part I hate, because I need to be standing up to see if these are on here straight. Oh, that's actually like perfect. I'm not going to touch that. All right, my head's gonna be in front of the camera for a minute. I'm sorry. Actually, that's good too. I'm looking out with this, y'all. All right, let me move this and kind of put my head here for a minute. All right, there we go. I don't like thunder because my house was struck by lightning a while ago. It's been a long time ago. It was probably 12 years ago. And it was scary. It was scary. It didn't do anything. Well, it did do things. It didn't like catch the house on fire, but it did fry my appliances, my washer, dryer, dishwasher, smoke detectors, all of that. Not all my appliances, but a lot of them. Does anybody have an appliance that won't die, yet the ones that you don't want to die are the ones that die? Does anybody have that problem but me? I have had to replace my stinking washing machine 3 times. 3 in this house. And I've been in this house for 20 years. Finally have a commercial one because I got sick of it. I was like, that's it. I don't care if it's not pretty. I don't care if it's not large capacity. I want a washing machine that works. So that's what I did. But my stove, which I would love to replace my stove. It's perfectly nice. I shouldn't say that. That's very spoiled. But I want one of those freestanding double ovens. And that stove is just going to keep on kicking. Just going to keep on trucking. Okay. We are done. Look, y'all. I love this. This is one of my favorite door hangers, I think. I know I always say that, but I really, really love this one. It's so fun. That paint all over me. I'm going to go hunt for, I'm not going to do it live because I want to get off here since it's thundering outside. But I want to find some bee. I think I have some bee ribbons somewhere in my stash. Oh my gosh, Tammy, your refrigerator will not die? Girl, you better consider yourself lucky because I've also had to replace my refrigerator twice. And my ice maker, it works, but it freezes up sometimes. And my husband just has to go in there and give it a little nudge and then it works again. But we shouldn't have to do that. It's not that old. You know what I mean? Other than that, I love my refrigerator, but I don't hear that about refrigerators very often these days, honestly. Okay, so, oh, Stick Fast Thick is hard to find. It's back ordered with several suppliers. That stinks. I didn't realize it was still out. I knew it was out like a month ago. I didn't know it was still out of stock because Lord knows I have like a lifetime supply, right? Well, when it comes back in stock, get you a lifetime bottle like this one. It's like $30. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I loved hanging out with y'all, and I cannot wait to show you the July files. So they'll be out on Friday. And I'm gonna get on that fake bake stuff, and I'm gonna go get the stuff to make I can't talk today. The little snow cones, because I think that'll be fun. All right, thank y'all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.